Fight fans. What it do? What it do? What it do? It's the homie main man, made man in the building. Y'all know how I get down. We talking boxing, man. You know, it's Wednesday night, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's always an honor and a pleasure to be up here on YouTube with all of the boxing fam. It's Wednesday night, so y'all know what that means. It's our time now. Yeah, I'm late, as always, fashionably late, whatever you want to call it, CP time. I'm up in this joint, you know what I'm saying? That's all that matters. Main man, made man. Salute to everybody that's going to rock with me tonight. We got some real cool topics to talk about, man. And salute to everybody that's going to catch this on the playback. You dig? And hit that thumbs up when you do. You know what I'm saying? Much love to each and every one of y'all, man. Who I got rolling with me? I got Salah Farah in the building. What's up with you, Salah? How you feeling? I appreciate you rolling with me late this night, man. It is officially 10 o'clock here in the DMV. Man, I'm out here loafing. You hear me? I'm out here loafing. It is a work night, man. And I'm keeping people up all late, man. Don't make no sense, but we here. And it's time to forget everything and let's talk some boxing, man, all day. So I'll be right in front of y'all in a minute. Y'all already know that, man. Let me just tell y'all something, man. The worst thing in the world is to be out all day, right? Grinding, getting that money, out there getting it, to come home to a sick dog, man. Yo, vomit, shit, dog shit everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Bro, that pisses you off so much. You just got to sit down, take a minute, and just woosah. Like, am I looking at what I think I'm really looking at? I'm about to stick my foot so far. But then you look at him and you say, you know what? I can't do that. But damn, you be pissed off. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I just went through, man. So that's why I'm a little late tonight, man. Dog a little under the weather, man. It's just a whole blower. But anyway, it's a lot to talk about tonight, man. Let's get right into it, man. And y'all know how I always usually do when I do these things. I always deal with some undercard issues first before we get to the main apple scrapple. You know what I'm saying? So let me just get right here in front of y'all real quick. Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? Well, the first story that I would like to talk about off the jump is this Gervonta Tank Davis and Tevin Farmer update. Now, first and foremost, I heard Eddie Hearn. Eddie Hearn told everybody, look, everybody knows that Tevin Farmer's deal, he's pretty much a free agent right now. He's kind of in limbo. And it seems as if Matchroom Boxing is alluding to they're going to try to bring him back all day. They want him back on DAZN. Tevin Farmer seems like he's more susceptible to going back to DAZN. However, Leonard Ellaby, and we've already talked about this on the program, Leonard Ellaby has already made Gervonta Tank Davis, Tevin Farmer, an offer. And they want Tevin and Tank to possibly fight on pay-per-view. However, Eddie Hearn is out here saying that he would rather have the fight on DAZN, an app. You know what I'm saying? He would rather have the fight on DAZN. And he's offering Gervonta Tank Davis $5 million. And I don't know how much exactly for Tevin Farmer. I want to say it's $2 or $3 million. But he's also on record of saying that he's willing to offer Gervonta Tank Davis a 60-40 split to come and fight on DAZN. He's also stating that he wants to do a one-fight deal. One fight off, that's it. And I'm sitting here thinking about this. Now, the thing is this. I mean, we all know Tank got to step up. We want to see Tank have this fight right here. This is the fight that's already baked. And I'm saying to myself, I'm like, man, and don't get me wrong, I got my issues with Eddie Hearn. But I'm thinking about what he's saying. And I'm saying, oh, you basically want to put this fight on, give Tank whatever basically amount of money, because he got recent interviews out today telling Tank to just go on social media and just put a number. I mean, the man is literally saying, just go to your Twitter, go to your Instagram, and just put a number. You ain't even got to put the zeros. Just put the first number, whether it be 5, whether it be 6, whether it be 7, and we're going to make it happen. It's almost like, yo, they down to do whatever. Whatever. This is compared, I see Muhammad Ali asks, is the pay-per-view money better than the upfront guaranteed money? I mean, the pay-per-view money is more so a betting on yourself. I mean, it's all about what you sell. Now, if Floyd and Leonard believe that Tank Davis is this star that they've built, then you would think that they would want to take that risk. And it seems like that they just want to do that. But I don't think the money on the first pay-per-view fight for Tank is a big deal for them. Of course, they want to make money, but they just want to establish him as a pay-per-view attraction first. You got to be established. You can't expect your first one, maybe even two pay-per-views to be off the charts. You got to be established as a pay-per-view star. And they wanted to start with Tevin Farmer. They feel as though if they take this Tevin Farmer fight, a fight that's baked, and you throw it on an app where, according to Eddie Hearn, he believes the international market, more people will see this. We don't know what DAZN subscriber numbers are, but he believes that the international market will see this. But this is the question that Eddie Hearn needs to understand. Will Tank's core fan base see it? Will his hometown see it? That's the golden question. You dig? I got my fan Monty Brown TV in the building. Salute to Monty Brown TV, man. Salute to you, man. Everybody that hear the sound of my voice, please go subscribe to the homie Monty Brown TV. A real boxing mind right there, man. I seen that video you did earlier, Monty. Spot on, bruh. Spot on, man. All day. And I'm just saying, as far as what Tank is concerned, though, you know, his demographic, will they see Tank fight on DAZN is the golden question. Or do they just want, they're going to attempt to lure that demographic to DAZN? I doubt it. Tank from B-More. B-More cats don't know about DAZN. You know what I'm saying? They not that hip yet. And that's the question. Floyd ain't going to try to put Tank on there. You know, he's not going to put him on their app to please, you know, international fans. They're worrying about building Tank here. That's something that Eddie needs to understand. Not to mention, Eddie, you need to understand, yeah, you may got all this money you so-called throwing around. You know, but the question is, you may got all of these dollars you can throw around, but the question is, like, what will it do for Tank? I mean, if it's just a quick money grab, and what Eddie's saying, man, it's hard to really fight against because he's making a lot of sense what he's saying. And me as a fight fan, I just want to see the damn fight. But Eddie is like, look, man, I give you 65. I give you 65, 30. Like, he just throwing numbers all around. He's like, I'll do basically whatever you need, what you want. Tell me what you want. And then on top of that, he used the Jose Ramirez situation as an example. He said that, look, Jose Ramirez, who fights on ESPN, took a trip over to DAZN, right? He beat Maurice Hooker. He took Maurice Hooker's title, and he's gone back to ESPN with 2 belts. And that's something that Gervonta Tank Davis can do. He's saying that, look, man, that man can come on over here, you know, fight Tevin Farmer, maybe beat him, take his IBF, and go on back on over to Floyd and Leonard and whatever they want to do with him. That's what Eddie is saying. And I'm finding it hard to go against it. Like I say, Floyd and Leonard, they may want to establish him as a more home front fighter because they want to get his hometown behind him. They want to get America behind him. They want to make him the star that they're grooming him to be here. That's what they want. But will a one-off fight, will it really hurt that much? I'm asking the chat. Let me know. I got P. Newell in the building. I got my homie Renee Box Young in the building. Breeze Boxing. What up, though? And yo, can y'all answer that for me? Is it the worst thing in the world? Monty, is it the worst thing in the world if Tank went over to DAZN to face Tevin Farmer, as opposed to staying where he at? That's all I want to know. I just really want to know. I mean, where's the downside to it? I know it's doing Eddie Hearn a favor. I know a lot of people here in America don't like Eddie Hearn and they don't care much for DAZN. I get it. But as far as the beneficial with Tank, man, that's a damn good deal. That's a damn good deal. I don't know. But Eddie needs to also understand that Tank has leverage in another way, where he's a sought-after fighter. Everybody wants to fight Tank. You see Leo Santa Cruz, the Duck, skipping whole weight classes. He's ready to go up to 130 because he wants to fight Tank. You see Abner Marquez was down to leave 126 because he wants to fight Tank. You see a Vasil Lomachenko willing to go back down in weight because he wants to fight Tank. I don't hear nobody calling out Tevin Farmer. No one's saying his name. So you need to understand, Eddie. This is a very in-demand dude right here. If Floyd and Leonard put their foot on the gas, they can lure all kind of fighters. I don't know who you can lure with Tevin Farmer. P. Newell in the donation. Much love, family. Much love, family. He say, will it ever happen, main man? Man, I really want to say yes. I do. But Leonard and Floyd are just, they stuck in their ways, man. It's hard to say. And not to mention, like I said, they know Tank has backup if he needed. They know it. They know that if they want to call Lomachenko, if they want to call anybody from 126, if they want to call anybody from 130, Andrew Canzio, Miguel Burchell, Gary Russell Jr., who we will talk about a little later. All of these options for Tank. But I don't know where Tevin's big fight is at outside of Tank. And that's a mean point of leverage right there. So, yeah, let's just say Leonard and Floyd play that game where it's like, yo, nah, I'm sticking to the script. We sticking over here. Da-da-da-da-da. What is Tevin going to do? I hope we get this fight, man. I'm like you, P. Newell. I hope we get this fight, famo. I truly do. Let me read some of y'all's comments here, man. I got my man Dundada in the building. Dundada, famo, bro. I appreciate all your support, man. I see every comment that you leave, homie. Much love to you, man. You did? Much love to you, man. I got Unbiased and Biased Boxing Talk in the building. Hey, Unbiased, I don't know who you was talking about the other day, bruh, but you sent my smoke detectors off, man. You can't be doing that here on YouTube, homie. I don't know who the hell that was you was roasting, bruh. But god damn, you literally sent my damn smoke detectors off, man. Keep up the good work, homie. Keep up the good work. But let me read some of y'all comments, man. Let me get into this, man. Muhammad Ali says, how much Tank is going to make on pay-per-view? We've already discussed that. Is the pay-per-view money better than the upfront guaranteed money? And like I said, it's a gamble on yourself, man. It's a gamble on yourself. Let's see, man. Let's see. Damn, I got everybody. I got John Dejan in the building. What's up, homie? What's goody with you, man? Breeze Boxing says that the UK would love Tank. They would like Tank. Boxing TJA says, main man, stay with facts all day. Monty Brown says, I'm down for the fight being on DAZN, but Floyd loyalty to Showtime is holding it up from going to DAZN. I respect Eddie as well for throwing the money out there to make it happen. True. I mean, I don't know if in America, I don't see a lot of us, being pissed off at Tank if he decided to go take that one fight over at DAZN. I mean, we just happy to see a fight, right? I'm just like, yo, I know Tank got to be sitting at home like this dude is on YouTube and going everywhere throwing money at me. He's offering me money. You know what I mean? He's telling me to put a number. Man, what am I doing? He got to be sitting at home going crazy right now. Got a dude telling you, I will give you anywhere up to $7 million. He got to be sitting at home on the phone like, Leonard, what's up, man? This man talking about he got $7 million. $7 million for a one-off fight. Let's go take that belt. Bring it back over here. And that's the end of Tevin Farmer. And we walking away with about $7 million. And if you see Eddie is willing to go up, where would he stop? They can exploit that. He's already on record saying, put 7 out there. He's already on record of saying it. I don't know, man. I don't know. Renee Box Young says, speaking of Hearn, he coming down to Mexico now to do business, man. He fell in love with the atmosphere in the Estrada fight on Saturday. That's what it is. Well, you got to remember also, Renee, that DAZN is heavily invested into the Mexican population, into the Hispanic population. That is driving their subscription numbers. They are heavily invested into it. And they're going to keep it going. That's why they are dying. They are pressing for this Triple G and Canelo fight. You see Eddie Herndon linked up with Triple G now. You know what I mean? So they are dying for that fight. They are catering to that fan base. He's going to be down there a hell of a lot. You can trust and believe that. Ragged Ape Evo. I came from the UK northeast of England, and my uncle Tony Martin, he runs the game in regards to training. And let me tell you, UK will not love Tank. You know we hate show-offs. Yeah, I do. Y'all know, y'all don't care much for that flashy shit. That's us. That's us over here. I do know that. But but I'm gonna say this to you though, Ragged Ape Evo. I'm I'm gonna say this to you. Tank he may be a show off and but let's not act like he's not like super talented. I mean, super talented. Yeah, it may turn the people off, but his antics or whatever, how you outside the ring. But if you focus inside that square circle, guess what? Tank's skillful as hell. You can't take that away from him. And a lot of the UK fans who appreciate the sweet science, well, they will appreciate Tank. Remember when Tank went over there and fought, oh man, who was that? The UK fighter. When he went on over there and fought him, he won a lot of fans over there, man. They was loving Tank over there. So yeah, he may be a show off, and yeah, he may roll with that Mayweather machine, and it turns a lot of people off. But inside that ring, let's not deny Tank is a very, very skillful fighter. You know what I'm saying? And if you appreciate that sweet science, you already know what I'm talking about. You know? Pinoa says, "Wow, $7 million all day." Yeah, man, that's how much. Oh, it's an interview out today that came out today. With Eddie Hearn, he was, they promoting the whole Lomachenko and Luke Campbell fight. He's doing interviews, and he's literally out there telling Tank to send me a number. Just type the number in. You ain't got to call Leonard and Floyd. Just type it on Twitter. Just put one number. Hey, somebody need to run the Tank's Twitter or anywhere on social media and let me know if that man had put a number up. I'm dying to know, because if he did, I'm like, damn. I'll be on that thing like this, man. Forget what Floyd talking about. 10 mil. Let's see how you gonna work with that, Eddie. 10 mil. And if he come back and be like, I got that 10 mil. Shorty. I don't see how Tank denies it, man. I truly don't. Word of the day in the building. What's up with you, man? What's goody? What's goody? Word of the day say, I like the showmanship. So I guess you speaking for yourself over there, homeboy. Because, yeah, we got somebody right here telling you from the UK that they love the showmanship. Hey, I mean, look, this is how Tyson Fury blew up from what I recall. I mean, he's a showman. He's a clown, but he's a showman. He likes to dress up in Batman suits, but he's a showman. You know what I mean? He likes to walk around in Riddler outfits, but he's a showman. See, the thing about us Americans, we don't mind showmen. We just don't like goofy. We don't like goofy. And what Tyson Fury is doing right now is considered goofy. There's a difference. You know what I'm saying? Tank's skillful and can bang and would sell in England all day. All day. Breeze Boxing says Prince Nassim. Exactly, bruh. How big was Prince Nassim over there? Prince Nassim, you don't like flashy. Chris Eubanks Sr. and Jr., stop lying. Y'all love the flashiest. Get the F out of here. Damn. Facts. And I didn't have to come up with that. Salute for that. I agree with you 100%, bro. How long did the UK love Prince Nassim? But like I said before, and I don't know if a lot of people know this about me, but I lived in the UK for once upon a time. I lived there for a couple years. I lived in the Lakenheath area, once again, right next to Cambridge. You know what I'm saying? Right next to Mildenhall. I was out there, about an hour and a half outside of London. I was right there. One thing I do know, and because I lived amongst the UK people, was they don't, everyday people that's not into sports and boxing, they ain't into the flashy. They just not. I'm out that thing, rings on finger, the whole nine, G'd up from the feet up. They ain't feeling that. That ain't what they liking. They cool with their trainers and their trousers. So that it is. But when it comes to in the ring and your athletes and your stars and the people you see on TV, I don't know, bro. Prince Nassim was damn good at it, man. Prince Nassim was damn good. We love UK show-offs, but not those from another. Oh, so you down with the British show-offs, but you're not down when no one else do it. Man, come on, man. But at the end of the day, like I said before, man, Tank is a skillful fighter. So even if you don't appreciate just the showing off and you just appreciate the sweet science, you still got to be a fan of the kid. Now, have we seen the best? Have we seen him against the best opposition? Absolutely not. But I'm going to tell y'all straight like this, man. I'm going to tell y'all straight like this. If Tank walked over there and took this one fight with DAZN, I ain't mad at him. When you got somebody throwing you money, when you got somebody out here saying that I'll give you anything you ask for, all you got to do is come and get it. One fight. That's all I want is one fight. No options. Because I don't want to see no small print about options. There's no options on Ramirez. So we ain't talking options. If it's sweet like that, a world title, the big bag of money, man, look, man. I'm sorry, man. I don't see no downside there, man. Somebody might gotta show me the downside. Maybe it's the devil's in the details. Maybe people can say, yo, man, Eddie is lying. I was just on here about a week ago, stomping the yard saying, look, man, Tank and Tevin, you need to take this fight. You need to take this fight now that you're a free agent. You see that they throwing you the money. And I'm like, look, but this is prior to Eddie coming out saying, Tank, I am your genie. Tank, I am your genie in a bottle. Tank, you tell me what you want and I'm going to make it happen. All I need is one fight. He could take Tevin Farmer belt and never see the zone ever again. And make a bag of money. Man, look, man, y'all better take Eddie to task on that, man. Chin Smoke in the building. What's up, famo? What's goody with you, man? What's goody, man? Man. But yeah, man, so I'm just going to leave it there for this one right now, man. I hope they come to a resolution with this fight. Like I said before, Leonard and Floyd, they won it on their terms. Eddie, like, look, I'm giving y'all a deal of a lifetime. It's like, man, when they told Ray Charles you can own your masters. This is the deal of a lifetime I'm offering you. All I need you for is one fight. Come and make this $7 million. Come and get this money. Come and get this title. And you ain't never got to speak my name again. I don't know, fight fans. Hard to turn down. That's all I'm going to say. We're going to move right along, though, man. So that's it for that one right there, man. And I'm just like, I'm stuck on that one, bro. I'm really stuck on that one because that one there sounds like a damn good deal. The next topic, man. Let's move right along, y'all, because I know I kept y'all waiting long enough. Vasyl Lomachenko, UK. Y'all are showing him major love right now. I see the videos. Y'all crowding this dude like he Michael Jackson. You did. Y'all over that joint showing this man more love than y'all giving Luke Campbell. It's like we see Luke Campbell every day. He ain't nobody special. He ain't got no belts. We see him all the time. But Loma, the great Loma is here. Y'all loving that dude right now, huh? All day. Let me tell you something, man. I heard Loma's comments. And though there's plenty to talk about the Loma and Luke Campbell fight, I'm going to say this. Lomachenko is running around telling the world that he feels as though he is number one pound for pound. Now, before we get into this, pound for pound lists are very subjective. Just because I may not have him in my top 1 pound for pound doesn't mean you don't have to. You know what I mean? It's very subjective before we get into this. Now, I'm going to say this from my point of view. Lomachenko is not the number 1 pound for pound fighter in boxing. And he says he's above Terence Crawford and Canelo Alvarez. Hey, last of a dime Bree said they acting like he a beetle over that joint. You know what I'm talking about? You gonna be seeing dudes fainting. If I see one of your UK fans faint, I'm telling you right now I'm going in. I better not see nobody in the UK over there fainting over damn Vasyl Lomachenko. You did me? I don't want to see any of that. All right, if I see one video with somebody over there like, it's Loma. Oh. If I see one of y'all, I'm going in. I'm going all the way in. But anyway, Loma is saying that he is the number 1 pound for pound fighter. Above Terence Crawford, above Canelo Alvarez, above anybody else. He feels as though he's number 1, which is funny to me because for the longest, Lomachenko has been giving that spot to Terence Crawford. He admitted it himself. That's one thing I've always gave him his credit. He was a humble dude. He's always taken himself out of the equation. Like, no, that's not me. Terence Crawford is number 1. No, I'm not. No, Manny Pacquiao is a great fighter. No. Now it's like Loma, like on some just, what? Forgetting about all the stuff he said. You ain't had a good fight since you've been saying these things. Now, here's my deal. P. Newell says Bud is pound for pound all day. Muhammad Ali says Canelo and Bud are ahead of Loma all day. Renee Box-Young says he lost to Salido, got knocked down, doesn't fight the best out there, ain't number 1 pound for pound. Heck no, all day. I'm loving it. Y'all talking sense out there, man. I'm going to say this, man. I can't see Vasyl Lomachenko as number 1 for many reasons. But the main one, because I consider Terence Crawford still as the number 1 pound for pound fighter. Lomachenko is en route to do what Terence Crawford has already done. You can't place yourself above him on the pound for pound list when you still trying to crawl up the ladder and do something that he's already done. That's what I'm saying. You trying to become undisputed. He's already been undisputed. Okay? Terrence Crawford has made it through several weight classes as a champion. You're doing that now. You know what I mean? So you trying to put yourself above Crawford when you haven't achieved nearly what Crawford has achieved yet. You may be en route, but you ain't there yet. To say you number one pound, you ain't beat Mikey. You did. I mean, nah. Number one pound for pound, seriously? No. I mean, the man got 11 fights. You cannot be number one pound for pound with 11 fights. You just can't. It's not enough experience. It's not enough time. You can't tell. We haven't seen you do these, there's other fighters in today's boxing that has outdone Lomachenko. Yeah, I understand what he's done in 11 fights. People gonna throw in my face. But man, he's conquered different weight classes and he only has 11 fights. Why is he moving so fast though? He's never dominated a weight class. I keep telling fight fans this. He's moved so fast where he has never stood on a division. He'll get the win, get one more maybe tops, and get the hell out of Dodge. You know what I'm saying? P. Newell once again in the super chat. Thank you, family. Bud got all the belts at 140. You damn right. And they all signed by Bud Crawford. You see his signature on each and every belt because they belong to him for now. All day. Much love to you, P. Newell. Much love to the fam. So that's what I'm telling y'all, man. Like, he got to at least achieve these things that Bud has achieved before he can say he's above Terrence Crawford. Now, as for Canelo, I don't even think he's above Canelo. Now, I will admit, he can crack the top 5 in pound for pound. I'm not going to throw him down the ladder. That ain't what I'm doing. I'm just saying when it comes to Canelo and Bud, nah, bruh. Nah. Word of the day got Saul Canelo Alvarez. Number 2, Terrence Crawford. Number 3, Triple G. Number 4, Earl Spence Jr. Number 5, Vasily Lomachenko. I like that. I don't know if Earl up there right now, but I like that. Good list, homie. Good list. But I'm just like, man, I can't give Vasily Lomachenko number 1. You got a loss, bro. Crawford has no losses. He has no losses. You got a loss. How are you number 1 pound for pound? Other fighters have outdone you. What about Usyk? Usyk has been undisputed. Yeah, he may have not, it may only been, one division? And yeah, I understand Lomachenko is what he's gone through from 26 to 30, now at 35. So he's in his 3rd division. I mean, come on, man. Like, you got to remember, Lomachenko is fighting at lower weights, which means he can cover more ground. He can probably go all the way up to, say, I ain't saying he Manny Pacquiao, but he can go all the way up to maybe 147. I would at least think before it's all said and done, can Loma make it to 147? Come talk to me. That's 5 weight classes. That's what greats do. Stop trying to take credit before you even done this shit. Oh, man. Yeah, man. Lewis Coleman in the building. What's up, fam? What's up with you? Loma got the complexion for the protection all day. I'm still amazed at how, I always say this every show, I'm still amazed how Bob Arum pulled this thing out the woodworks with Lomachenko, who's a current champion, is fighting for a WBC vacant title. That's rarely done. It doesn't happen. If you're a champion in another weight class, you can't fight for vacant titles in another sanctioning body. You just can't do that. But Bob Arum pulled the magical strings for Lomachenko, and here you have it. Funny how those strings can't get pulled for no one else. Did you see the promotion for this thing? Bruh, I get on YouTube. It's like 15 videos in my recommended section, all with Lomachenko on it. I'm like, damn, Top Rank pushing them heavy. I ain't never seen Bud out there like this. I mean, Slim, they pushing Loma like he just everything. Jeff Boxing says, bro, hold on, let me catch that. Jeff Boxing says, bro, but look at Ramirez and Shamin. Loma fought 2 real ones in Salido and Gurry straight out the jump. That adds to his resume, if anything, but he lost one. I give him credit for the Gurry fight. We're going to talk about Gurry a little later. I give him credit for the Gurry fight. I give him credit for a lot of his fights. The Nicholas Walters fight. I even give him credit for Jason Sosa because I like Jason Sosa. I give him credit for that. I give him credit for the Rigo fight. Whatever. You know what I mean? He beat Regan Diao. And of course, I also definitely give him credit for Jorge Linares. I think Jorge Linares, that was my dude, man, at one point in time. That was my man. So he beat them dudes, no question. And he's doing good things. But compared to the other fighters is what I'm saying, Jeff Boxing. Can we compare that to what Terrence Crawford has already done? It's like he's en route, maybe. But, I mean, Terrence has already done it. Terrence is at a welterweight division fighting bigger men. Look what he did to Jeff Horn. Roughed up the bigger man. Jeff Horn fighting his next fight at 160. The man about to fight at 160. And little Terrence Crawford bullied that man around the ring like he was Debo. You know what I mean? Like, and now he's up at this weight class, just like dominating, calling out everybody, looking like Debo at a weight class. You know, I don't see Loma. I mean, like I said, man, Loma is on his way. But Loma still got more ground to cover. He ain't got enough fights, man. He just don't. I don't know, man. Cadillac Red in the building. What's up, famo? What's goody with you? Cadillac Red says Loma is everywhere. I'm telling you, bruh. Everywhere. Bob got this man putting this man picture in videos. Everywhere. They are blanketing social media right now with Lomachenko. I ain't never seen nothing like. I'm like, damn. If Crawford can get a push like that, though, for Crawford's last fight, I didn't see no promotion. Literally until the week of the fight. Literally, until the exact week of the fight is when they start rolling out Terrence Crawford. But Vasyl Lomachenko, I mean, wall-to-wall videos. That's crazy, bruh. It's crazy. P. Newell says, hell no, man. Loma can't be like no Bud Crawford at all. You know what I mean? At all. You know what I mean? Lewis Coleman says, oh, yeah, if you want to get technical, Clarissa Shields got just as many titles and less fights than Loma. Now talk. Smash the like. Now, Hawk, smash the like button. Drop the mic, Lewis. Drop the mic. Shout out to Clarissa Shields, man. I forgot about that. She got the record of all records, right? If we want to go like that. And can we show some equality and throw her in the pound for pound list? She's number one pound for pound if we gonna use those criteria. You know what I mean? For real. Good point, man. Good point. Bud Crawford needs to leave. He says, P. Newell says Bud Crawford needs to leave Top Rank. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, and see, this is one of the things. I mean, my thing is, does he need to leave? Probably so. I ain't gonna lie. I mean, there was once upon a time I was on here like, man, I don't think that's cool. You roll with who you loyal to. You roll with who loyal to you. And clearly Bob Arum in one way or another has been, at least in Bud's eyes, feel as though he's been loyal to him. Because when I listen to Bud Crawford speak and when I listen to Bomac speak, they love Bob Arum. You know what I mean? So if he happy, whatever. You know what I mean? If he happy, whatever. But as far as us fans seeing the best fights, we know where the best fights are at for Bud Crawford. And that's what worries me to the UK fans. This is what worries me about your boy Callum Smith. Y'all hear the news, Callum Smith is hunting deals. Like, promoters are coming to Callum Smith in droves. ESPN, PBC, everybody. Callum Smith is now a free agent. So, you know, Callum Smith, they saying that, you know, he can, yeah, of course, Eddie Hearn wants him back with Matchroom, and he's waving the Billy Joe Saunders fight in front of him. Like, you come back over here, we'll give you a touch-in sometime this year, and then guess what? We'll throw you in there with Billy Joe Saunders. But what if Callum Smith came to PBC with Caleb Plant, with Benavidez, with Darrell and all them boys over there, with Peter Quillen? Big fights galore. But I know they also probably waving Canelo in his face, and that's a gamble if Callum Smith won't get that fight. I'm not even sure. You know what I'm saying? But all I'm saying is Callum Smith better understand, staying over there with Matchroom, the best that he's going to do is got to wait for a Billy Joe Saunders fight. Eddie Hearn has already came out and stated that he's not putting Billy Joe Saunders against Callum Smith until maybe next spring. It needs time for it to build up, according to him. But Callum, you better realize, bro, you can get more big fights with other entities. I'm just saying. Brother Reality, thank you for the donation, family. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that, man. Holding you down, family. Much love, man. Much love, man. You know, let me tell y'all something, man. And I got to say this, man. Real shit, man. Like, all the donations that y'all give to this channel all go to the betterment of this channel. You dig? Every time, every dollar that y'all kick this way goes into making this channel better. You see the lights. You see me trying to do the, so I got the HD cameras. I got mics. I got pop blockers. And look, y'all don't even see this one. Another mic chilling right here. Oh, chilling right here on the side. This is the official mic right here. I spit bars on this joint. You know what I'm saying? The point I'm making to y'all is that all of y'all money that y'all donate to me, it doesn't go to main man, made man just having a good time. What it goes to is literally betterment of this channel. So every time y'all donate, I really, really appreciate it, man. All day. Much love, brother Reality. Much love. Breeze Boxing says, Gary Russell is the bud of PBC. Can't get a fight he want. We're going to talk about that next, bro. We definitely going to talk about that next. P. Newell once again in the super chat. God, hey, P. Newell, man, I definitely got to get you something, man. You hold me down, homie. I got to get you something, man. Real talk, man. I'm going to send you something real nice. A special gift straight from Main Man Made Man all day. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. You know, Lewis Coleman says Shields is from Michigan. Good people, just so you know. Peace. I'll holler at you later. All day, Lewis. Appreciate you rocking with me. Appreciate you stopping through here, man. P. Newell says, real talk, man. If Bud and Tank go to the zone, they will get 100 mil each way. Yeah, all day. That's something that's never really been talked about, bro. That's funny you say that. Let me hit this light off for a second. That's funny, y'all. That's something that that's never been talked about. A Bud fight, a Bud going to the zone. How would that look? Bud going to the zone? The zone at welterweight is it's not that deep. You know, there's talks of Maurice Hooker. Maurice Hooker's on the zone. Maurice Hooker's talking about coming up to welterweight, right? He's talking about coming up to welterweight. So my thing is, who is Maurice Hooker going to fight? That's the golden question. Who is he going to fight? Thank you, brother Reality. I appreciate that, famo. And you know, Maurice Hooker's calling out Manny Pacquiao and Terrence Crawford if he come up. Everybody knows him and Terrence Crawford are cool. Manny ain't gonna pay Maurice Hooker no mind. And if he aligns himself with DAZN coming up to welterweight, well, guess what? The PBC fighters are off the table. Where's Maurice Hooker gonna go? 92 AKU in the building. What's up, homie? What's goody with you, man? Why would Bud go to DAZN? That's what I mean. No one's never talked about that. I see for the reason, because there's no one for him to freaking fight. You're absolutely right about that. But PBC should be where it's at, man. Sometimes, look, man, I'm not. Another thing y'all need to understand about me, man, is that I'm not pro this side or that side. I'm anti-suit of all of them. I'm hashtag anti-suit. I repeat, hashtag anti-suit. So I don't like none of the suits. I just want to see the good fights all day. You know what I mean? Lewis Coleman in the donation. Much love to your famo. From Lewis Coleman, Thurman, still that guy. Fuck Earl Spence. And I'm out. Much love, homie. All day. All day. All day. Crapping on Earl on the way out the door, man. That's what it is, homie. You said it, homie. You said it. You said it. You know, Hooker should have won if he wanted big fights. Yeah, you know, but that's the deal. Like, look how, you know, he struggled with Ramirez. The punching power of the 147 fight is going to be a problem for Hooker. But even so, him going up to 147, where does Hooker go? And this is what we saying. Where does he go? The zone at welterweight it can't do nothing for him, man. I just don't see it. You know what I mean? So, you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. But all I know is Bud, if I was Bud, man, he may need to consider the PBC option. But loyalty is everything. And this is one of the reasons why I bang the drum of Deontay Wilder staying where he is. Because of loyalty. He loves his crew. He loves his people. He feels as though they're doing right by him one way or another. So if he feels that way and he's comfortable as a fighter being in that situation, you dig? You know what I'm saying? Hey, Monty Brown say, tell Lewis Coleman I knew Monty was going to come back with something all day, all day. Hey, man, you know how Lewis go, Mo. Lewis is Keith Thurman through and through, and he ain't hearing nothing else other than Keith. You know, Monty, you already know it. We Keith fam over here, Monty. You know what I mean? You know what it is. You know what I mean? You know what it is, man. But P. Newell says, but great fights got to get paid all day. And that's why Terrence, man, he needs to come to PBC maybe. I don't know. But all of this street crap, man, they can make these fights happen, man. They can make these fights happen. You know, I don't know what Terrence is going to do next, whether it's Kalvalauskis or whether it's Kell Brook. Either way, it's still a good fight. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. But yeah, man. But as for Vasyl Lomachenko, back to this. As for Vasyl Lomachenko saying that he is #1 pound for pound, I don't see it, bro. You still got work to do. You know what I mean? He's a dynamic fighter, very good fighter, making fighters quit. No Lomachenko, the whole nine. Good fighter. But at the end of the day, bro, you got work to do. You got work to do. Dundada says, we talking more suits than boxing, man. No streets in the ring all day. All this suit talk, huh? You know what I'm saying? I feel you. Sean Newton in the building. What's up with you? A lot of young guys are coming up that Bud can fight down the road. Ortiz, Ramirez, Prograis, Taylor. Those are the 140 fighters. Those are cool. Yeah, but you know, for one, none of those are a guarantee. You know what I mean? We don't know when they come in the welterweight. You don't know how many soft touches they're gonna want before they get into the big fights. Yeah, Bud got some of the 140 guys coming up. Like I said, we got Hooker coming up. Regis Prograis already stated after the World Boxing Super Series he's looking to go up to welterweight soon. So I mean, yeah, he may get some smoke on that side of the track, but the smoke that we want to see, Sean, is Bud versus Danny, Bud versus Earl, Bud versus Keith. Those are the fights. Those guys that's coming up 140 coming up, I mean, they'll be cool fights down the road once they get used to the weight class. But as of today, homie, we ain't got time to be waiting around. Bud 32 years old. We need to see them fights like yesterday. And we want to see them PBC dudes in the ring with Bud. It's too much. I mean, those are the elite fighters at welterweight right now. We don't need Bud to be fighting the newcomers. We want Bud to fight the already established elite. You know what I mean? And that's how it is, man. You got to look at it from that standpoint. You know? Sean Newton says all in less than 20 fights. I think you must be talking about Loma. Yeah, less than 20. And that's the thing I'm trying to explain. See, Sean, I know you a Lomachenko fan. And that's what I'm trying to explain to people. My thing is on Loma. And me and you has had many of debates about Lomachenko. Bruh, he ain't done enough to be #1. You can't be #1 with 11 fights. You just can't. You just can't, especially when other fighters today have already done what you're trying to do. 3-weight champ, soon to be undisputed. Last time that I checked, Nipsey voiced Crawford already been there and did that all day. Hashtag Crawford, hashtag #1. I agree. You can't be saying you this and that and you haven't done what that man has done. It don't make sense to me. Only one PBC fighter that is interesting right now, and that is Spence. I disagree. It's just they're not matching them up with the proper dance partners. You put Danny Garcia in the ring with Keith Thurman, everybody watching. You put Manny Pacquiao in the ring with Danny Garcia, everybody watching. They already talking about doing what? J-Rock and Hurd and Charlo and Harrison. I heard rumblings about that on the same card. It will stop the world for a minute. Nobody will be talking about no other card. It all depends on how they match them up. And for you to say just one guy's interesting, nah, bro. It's all about the matchups. Let them make the matches the right way. PBC I always tell people this. Yeah, I understand it's a business. Yeah, I understand. But at the end of the day, if they always wanted to take over boxing, they can do it. They got the talent. They got the names to do it. They just choose not to do it. They stretch it out. But they can do it if they wanted to. Never get it twisted. You know what I mean? Let's see here. Sean Newton says, yeah, Crawford did that in 34 fights, as you have #1. It don't matter how many fights, bruh. That don't mean nothing. Also, Crawford don't got 396 amateur fights neither. So when you want to play the numbers game, oh, he did it in so little fights. Yeah, but you got to also include that amateur career. And you got to explain that Lomachenko has had a longer amateur career than most. So, you know, I mean, that's not saying nothing. I mean, Crawford just wasn't in a rush. You know, he came in and he did it the right way. As for Lomachenko, why did he stay so long as a damn amateur? It's what I don't understand. Nah. Oh, man, P. Newell, once again, sir. My main man right here, bro, man. Fuck that, man. If I could get not only a wrench, if I can give you a hammer, bro, I give it to you. Salute, my man. Salute. Man, you know I'm with you. No turtlenecks and briefcase guys, but I want the best to fight the best, even if it means to see fighters at the zone or everywhere else all day. That's because you, P. Newell, are a true boxing fan. You talking like a true boxing fan. You don't care what a fight's at. You don't care what suit put it on. You don't care what suit cut the check. All you want to do is see the damn fight. You, sir, sound like a boxing fan. You know what I mean? Real talk. Let me get back in front of y'all, man. Yeah, man. But this issue here, man, it's a trip, man. It's a trip right here. Like I said, this is a very subjective argument. You know what I mean? I cannot put Vasyl Lomachenko as my number one dude. Is he in the top 5? I can give him that. I mean, the man does got some real good wins. The problem is that the other fighters have already outdid him and is ahead of him. Until he at least get on their level, become undisputed, and then maybe we can have a different conversation. But even then, it depends on how many fights he got, man. But we can have a different conversation. But as until then, at all. Yeah, man. Hammers out. Facts all day. And that's just how I feel about that one, man. So Lomachenko says he's number one. He's supposed to feel that way. You know, I ain't mad at him for saying what he's saying. I mean, every fighter should feel like they the greatest, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, from a fan point of view and subjective argument, I got to say, I disagree heavy. No way, no how. You know what I mean? And we're going to move on to the next one here. And last but not least, the one thing that I do want to talk about. And I mentioned this, y'all seen the video that I let out earlier speaking on Leo Santa Cruz, Mr. Duck himself. You know what I mean? Ducking Gary Russell Jr. He ducked Guillermo Rigondeaux. He is now saying that he is going to leave 126 pounds and go up to 130 pounds without facing Gary Russell Jr. And the way that he said it, that's what kind of got up under my skin. Like he had a little smirk on his face, like he thought he was doing something real smart. You know what I mean? I ain't care much for that. But once again, he says he's going to duck this man, and he doing it with no problem. He ain't got no problem to do it. So my thing is this. The question I have to ask fight fans, and I was talking to another boxing fan earlier about this. We sitting here talking about all of these fighters going to the zone. We just got finished talking about whether or not Crawford should go to the zone or whether or not Tank should go over there to the zone. Should Gary Russell Jr. go to the zone? Word on the curb is that Gary Russell Jr. is not with Al Heyman. I need to look more into that. I've been told now by a couple different sources that Gary Russell Jr. is not with Al Heyman. His brothers are. If I find out to be true, I don't see no reason why Gary Russell Jr. shouldn't be going over to the zone. I mean, if they going to keep playing around, playing these dumbass games, he ain't got to go to the zone. When I mean go to the zone, I mean still remain a free agent. Gary's been moving around as a free agent all this time. No need to lock in. If you are a free agent, stay that way. No borders. Go fight whoever. If Tevin Farmer can't pull a Tank, you go face Tevin Farmer. I'm looking at the Lamont Roach situation. I'm going to be doing numerous videos about Lamont Roach and Jamel Herring because Lamont Roach is a DMV native. But at the end of the day, you know, if Lamont Roach get that title, guess what? You can go on over there and face Lamont Roach. You know what I mean? There's options over there for Gary. But Leo, the Duck Master, you are the Duck Master. It is pathetic with Leo Santa Cruz. You ducked 2 premier fighters. Oh, but you down to fight the flat-footed fighters. Let that have been Abner Martez. Look how hesitant he was to get back in there for the 3rd fight with Carl Frampton. Because Carl Frampton is a slick fighter. Leo don't like slick fighters. He want flat-footed fighters. Preferably other Hispanic fighters. It's like he don't want to take the risk. And it's pissing me off. It's sad. It really is sad. Sean says Gary Russell should work with ESPN. They have the fighters at 126 now. Everybody. Gary should work with everybody. Gary should work with, whether it's ESPN, whether it's DAZN, whether it's Fox, whether it's Showtime, whoever. Anybody willing to give a big fight, Gary should go. And show alliances to nobody. People may say, well, you know, Gary was made a champion by Al Heyman or the PBC or this. Bro, this is boxing. This is boxing. You move when the machine that's supposed to be behind you ain't moving you, especially in your twilight years of your boxing career. then you got to make moves because life after boxing is coming real fast. And you ain't got time to keep sitting around fighting no names when you are a world champion. This man has been a world champion since 2015. And the best fighter he probably fought in the last few years was JoJo Diaz. You know what I mean? Come on, Joe. Dendada says Leo, the ATM machine, cruise control. That's exactly what he is. A freaking project. He's Project Leo. He is Leo the Project. Inducts all slick fighters. Want nothing to do with girl. How can you be 1-1 in the amateurs and still say you're not going to fight this man as a pro? How can you sit there and call yourself a champion, Leo? How can you call yourself a champion when you are effectively ducking someone? And the whole world knows it. And the whole world knows it. You don't care, though. You don't care. You just calling up, oh, Al, can you please send me another flat-footed fight? I don't even know who Leo's supposed to be fighting this year. They say he's fighting in another month or two or something. I don't know who the hell he's fighting. He going to fight some bum that we never heard of, then try to move up to 130 to get the Tank fight. That's exactly what he's going to try to do. JoJo Diaz is good. Love to see him fight at a champ at 130 all day. Well, Oscar Valdez want that JoJo Diaz smoke right now. That's who want that JoJo Diaz. Oscar Valdez, he wants it. He's going up to 130. You know, he's leaving 26. This is why Shakur Stevenson is fighting for his title. So Oscar wants that smoke. But JoJo Diaz says, nah, he got things to do. We'll see. I like JoJo Diaz, man. He put in a hell of a fight. I went to that fight. I seen it live, ringside. He put a hell of a fight on that night. I mean, those first 5 rounds was real close. But Gurry just started using that veteran experience. Start using what he does best, moving around the ring, uppercuts to the body. The body work started working, picking his shots well, and he started to pick JoJo Diaz apart. But it was a decent fight. It was definitely a good fight. But the point I'm trying to make is that Gary Russell Jr. is older. He's not a guy that's looking to hang around boxing forever. He wants to take care of his family. He wants to put some work in. A lot of people say, well, Gary only fight once a year, man. That's why ain't no fighters checking for him. My thing is this. Do you want to see Gurry sit back and fight bum after bum after bum after bum? I mean, we always talk about how hard it is for fighters to get up for certain fights, right? Bum after bum after bum after bum. You want Gurry to, how motivating is it for Gurry Russell Jr. to keep getting rolled out here to fight bum and to get criticized for it when he destroyed a guy? But Carl Frampton, Oscar Valdez, Leo Santa Cruz, Abner Martez, all of these dudes want no smoke. No smoke. But people criticize Gurry. Oh, he don't fight enough. He probably tired of fighting bum. Why? You know his hands are bad. If his hands are bad, why keep putting your hands at risk to fight bums? And he ain't getting big money. I mean, he was in the beginning of his career, but not so much now. Come on, man. Y'all need to understand, man. Gurry ain't got time for this crap. Gurry wants serious fights. He want Leo Santa Cruz. He wants you to stop ducking, you ducker. I don't know what. And then y'all out there in California like we believe in this dude. Man, this dude ain't nothing. This dude ain't nothing. I have never seen ducking like this in boxing ever in my whole days of watching boxing. This is the record for ducking. He should be in the Guinness Book of World Records. Leo Santa the lose for ducking. Fucking duck bait. You know what I mean? Ducking my man Gurry like that, man. Monty says Gurry kind of messed up his own career by waiting on Leo. Gurry should have just kept making history with the title defenses. If Triple G can stay at 160 his entire career, then Gurry can at 26. But Gurry is not content with that, man. As a fighter, like you see him wanting Tank. Tank want no smoke. Tank like, oh, Gurry calling me out? Wow, why is he calling me out? What did I do to Gurry? I thought we was cool like that. I thought we go way back. You know what I mean? Now he calling me out. I don't want no smoke with Gurry. Nobody don't want smoke with Gurry. Who wants smoke with Gurry? Who? I mean, it's not about he was chasing Leo. Nobody would step up, Monty. Nobody. Not just, I mean, we emphasize Leo because they have a rivalry, because they are 1-1 in the amateurs and they have a tie to break. But nobody was Gurry would have more than happily took a unification fight by any champion at 126. Salute to Vasil Lomachenko for walking to that Gurry Russell Jr. fight with no hesitation. I got to give him props for that. He's the only fighter of elite caliber, him and Johnny Gonzalez, Walked into there with Gary Russell like it wasn't nothing. They ain't put up no brick walls, nothing. They just like make the fight. But these dudes nowadays, Rigo don't even want to leave 22 to come and see. That's 4 pounds, Rigo. 4 pounds. You can't come up 4 pounds to fight Gary Russell. I mean, this is what I be trying to tell you, man. Everybody loves to put this at the foot of Gary Russell, but not at the foot of all of these damn duckers that are ducking this man. Don't make no sense, man. Don't make no sense. P. Newell says Russell Jr. wants all the smoke. He need them belts all day. I think he goes up to the 130 and hopefully he gets that Burchelt fight. If he goes up to 130, by him being the WBC champion, he can go up there and get that Burchelt fight, and it's on and popping. Now he got a title at 130. He got the WBC at 130. What's good? What's going to happen? Tank going to run up to 135? Huh? Leo going to act like Gary ain't there? What is going to happen? Oh, he's up here at 130? Oh, okay, I'm going to go up to 140. I'm going to go up to 130. You know, I'm going to go up to 135. They just ducking, bruh. It's just like no money. I always kind of mess with you about, but I see what y'all went through with this Earl situation, bro, when like people wasn't trying to give him no fight. I feel the same way about Gary. Like, dog, Gary is trying to get these fights, but they ain't trying to fight him. And it's frustrating to see one of the fighters that you love to watch from a technical standpoint, a man who epitomizes the sweet science. What did he always say? Boxing is intellect put into the physical form. The man is a freaking philosopher out this joint. You did. Like, it's always an honor and a pleasure to see the man fight. And if he fights somewhere close on the East Coast, I'm there. I'm going to the Jarrett Hurd fight. Man, it's crazy, but he can't get a worthy opponent in the ring. Burchelt is focused on the Valdez 2 ESPN guys. Yeah, well, guess what? This is why I'm saying if Gary goes up and the WBC put him high in contention, well, guess what? Fight can be ordered. I mean, he can say who he won. If he gets a mandatory, it is what it is. And Gary has that opportunity. Dundada says boxing need Ali act to everyone trying to be Don King. Trap belts for suits. Who works for who, man? I don't freaking know. It's just too many suits around this joint, man. I don't know who. You right. That Muhammad Ali act definitely got to get enforced a little better. You're absolutely right. P. Newell says, I have seen Russell Jr. fights. I missed that one. My bad, fam. Let me pull the chat out this way. Yeah, man, it's just, man, come on, man. It's just getting ridiculous, man. We getting to a point, fight fans, where we can't be letting this go down in boxing, you know? So it's Uncle Al or Gary fault. Well, we on the outside looking in. Now, Gary is saying that he's not blaming them. He's saying that they are basically protecting him because he's a moneymaker. I mean, they have built him into a moneymaker, especially on the West Coast. So they don't want to mess that up. They don't want to risk putting him in the ring with Gary and losing it's a high risk, low reward type thing for them. Losing to Gary will crush the stock of Leo Santa Cruz. And they are not ready to take that gamble. You know what I'm saying? That's all it is. They're not ready to take that gamble and have that. Because if they can take Leo, maybe move him up to 30 and actually put him in there with Tank, now we talking pay-per-view fights. And that's the plan. They know that's the plan. And Gary knows that's the plan. But Gary has been the one there putting the work. Gary has been the one there waiting for a big fight. And he's looking at that PBC machine like, I'm looking at y'all sideways now because it's like y'all keeping me in place. It's like I'm running in place here. Y'all ain't getting me nothing. We got Leo Santa Cruz on our same under our same umbrella, and y'all can't pull this. So he's starting to get a little skeptical. I ain't mad. I'll be skeptical too. Like, why I can't get Leo? What's up? We fought in the amateurs with no problem. Now all of a sudden we can't fight. Come on, man. Monty Brown TV says Gary kind of messed. Oh, I already read that. P. Newell says Russell Jr. hands are fast and he got angles all day. 92 AKU says, so Gary not to blame. Look, man, he's a fighter. You're going to say due to his inactivity, I'm guessing, right? I mean, the man sustained injuries in the ring. He has bad hands, 92. But when he's willing to fight, he's down to fight. Remember, I think, what was it, last year? I think it was last year. Oh, it was last year? Yeah, it was last year. Gary had everybody on the edge of their seat because he came out telling everybody he's down to fight twice this year. And we thought that Leo Santa Cruz fight was going to happen at the end of last year. So I was even doing vids at the time showing footage of Gary in the ring training and the whole nine. He was ready to go. He was geared up and ready to go. But of course, no fight. It's like, yo, the man, it's hard. We talk about this all the time. How easy is it for fighters to get up for bums? The man wants a big fight. He's been calling for big fights. I'm just saying. Let's see what y'all saying, man. Monty says, man, I agree. I'm a fan of Gary, and I hate that they ducked him as well. I just want him to get his just due and make his money all day. See, Gary ain't one of them type fighters that you're going to read about in the news. He ain't one of them type fighters you going to see, oh, he done been in the club throwing bottles. Oh, man, he been rolling, his car got shot up. That ain't Gary. Gary is well respected in this area, man. Well respected. That man can walk any street in this town. He's well respected. And we support Gary heavy here. You know what I mean? And that's why we want to see him get his just due also. That's why I'm like, bro, it don't make no sense to us. And that's why we look at Tank and we say, well, Tank, that would have been a huge thing for the DMV, man, if y'all two could have got together. Tank don't want nothing to do with it. Tank looking at Gary like he a little nigga, like bro, you gotta get your name up. Like, bro, I'm not fighting in these stadiums out here. I'm not fighting you at no National Harbor. That's for 5,000 people. I'm not fighting you there. I'm not fighting you nowhere here. Man, you gotta get your name up. Tank looking down on Gary. And that pisses me off because Gary too talented. Gary been wanting smoke. Gary calling you out. But you got the nerve to be trying to look down on Gary? Seriously? Come on, man. We ain't going to do that. You ain't going to do that, man. It's just totally foul. P. Newell says, man, facts, Monty Brown, all day. 92 says, AK Uncle Al has a good record. He has more fighters than Leo. Yeah, I mean, look, that's what I mean. Somebody, bruh. Somebody. Get Gary somebody. You can't have that talented of a fighter on your roster and then just let him sit on the shelf. I mean, that's what it's looking like to us. It's like you got this talented fighter and he down to fight. All you got to do is give him a good name. He's down. And you just sitting him on the shelf. This is why I say that Gary, if he got to make a move, make a move. If you got to go to ESPN, go to ESPN. If you got to go to the zone, go to the zone. I'm a fan of fighters moving how they want to move and not how the suits want them to move. I'm never a fan of what the suit's telling you to do. You do what you do, Gary. If them peoples ain't seeing you right and you feel like you being mistreated, I think the only thing that will probably hurt is that his brothers, like his younger brothers, he's trying to get his brothers on too. You know? He's trying to get them on and they probably got to go through the PBC and the Al Heyman and he don't want to burn bridges for them because of how he feeling. So maybe that can be something that's really keeping him in place also, man. But it is what it is, man. I just hope Leo grow up here and stop acting like a biatch and stop acting like you just, stop acting like you don't want no smoke at all when y'all clearly are 1-1. And the crazy part is, right after the JoJo Diaz fight, you had Leo Santa Cruz on Anybody with a Camera. He like, man, oh yeah, I'm ready for the fight now. He thought he saw something in that fight. He thought because JoJo Diaz had some minor successes in that fight. He thought he saw something. He was all puffed up right after that fight. Chest out, I'm ready. Bring me on Gary Russell Jr. Gary like, bet, let's do it. Man, Leo like, oh, I was just playing. I was just joking. I wasn't playing. I was serious. I got to go over here and do something. I want to fight Abner Martez again for the 5th time. Come on, man. Get out of here. Jalik the Leader in the building. What's up with you, homie? What's goody with you? Shakur versus Gary Russell Jr. Shakur would take... Come on, man. Are you serious? Hey, bro, Jalik, you never ceases to amazes me, bro. You telling me Shakur Stevenson going to beat Gary Russell Jr.? Shakur Stevenson... They wasn't even confident in him going after the other title. He's going after the Joey Gonzalez title. Or you fight Joey Gonzalez. But who was the other guy? Was it Josh Warrington? They were keeping him clear away from him for a reason. Andre Ward, body language, at Shakur's last fight, told you everything you should want to know. How I go? Tim Bradley say, Dre, what's up, Dre? What you gonna do, Dre? Andre Ward was like, yeah, I don't know. I want to get him a couple more fights. Until it became Joey Gonzalez that he had to fight for that title. Then it's like, oh yeah, all day. They know to keep him away from Gary Russell. Shakur is nice, and he's going to be nice. But he's up and coming. Gary is a veteran. Not only is he a veteran, he's a 2-time champion. And Shakur today will get his ass whooped, bro. So you can stop. You know what I'm saying? P. Noah says, no suits, no turtlenecks, no briefcase. Let it be free agent fighters all day. I'm a firm believer in that, homie. I'm a firm believer. Jaleel talking about he got Shakur over Gary. Come on, bro. You tripping. You straight up tripping, homie. Nah, no way, no how, man. Where do you get that from? What is your evidence for that, homie? Tell me what your evidence for that one is. Because you got none. The man ain't fought nobody in the top 5 yet, man. Like, what is your evidence that Shakur Stevenson can beat a Gary Russell Jr.? Or that's just how you guess, or you just feel as though he can beat Gary? Because there is no evidence. I mean, none. You have none. You dig? No way. He ain't even got his man strength yet, bro. Like, are you serious? The man got to get his man strength before he think about fighting a grown man. That's funny, though. You must be a Shakur Stevenson fan, Jaleel. Breeze Boxer says, hell no. Gary Russell beats Shakur all day. All day. Look, but I will say this, Jaleel, and I say this all the time, homie. I do believe that Shakur will emerge amongst the up-and-comers, amongst the new gen of fighters. I think he emerges as the dude. Between him and Tank, Devin is in the mix, but I got to see. I think when the smoke clears, I think Shakur is the last man standing. Will be Shakur Stevens. Could be wrong, but we'll see. We'll see. Oz Luna says Loma schooled Gary easy. Yeah, he beat him. I wouldn't say easy. Come on, man. Loma, it wasn't easy, but he beat him. And he beat him. But Gary got a lot of reasons why he believed he lost that fight. That's how Gary, as a fight fan, I just got to leave it at that. He beat him. And I always give Lomachenko full credit for that. But Orlando Salido beat him. So do you give Orlando Salido full credit for beating Lomachenko? Riddle me that. Riddle me that, you know. I want to see Lomachenko, Mikey Garcia. That fight ain't gone nowhere yet neither. I really want to see Lomachenko, Mikey Garcia. Jalik says, Russell power is good for 6 rounds. His power fades. Plus, he only fight Mexican fighters who stay right there. Shakur way slicker. Easy work for Shakur. You believe that Shakur, in such his young career, has the ring jump. For one, Gary's power is solid. Yeah, it's very solid. And most importantly, he fights who they put in front of him. That's the whole point of what we talking about, Jaleel. He never asked for these fighters. He never asked to face Johnny Gonzalez and all of these rest of these JoJo Diaz. He never asked to fight these dudes. They putting them in the ring with him. He asking to fight Leo Santa Cruz. He's asking to fight any champion at 126. He asked to fight Tank. Where's your comment about that? You come on, he fighting flat-footed Mexicans, but I see Gary on TV almost every other day talking about where's Tank, talking about where's Leo, where's Abner Marty, where's any of the champions, where's Warrington, where's Frampton, where's any of them? Do you hear any of them saying Gary Russell Jr.'s name? I hear Gary saying their name, though. The man fight only who he can get in the ring, bruh. And these are facts. You know this. Have you ever heard Shakur Stevenson call out Gary Russell Jr.? Have you ever heard any of the champions call out Gary Russell Jr.? Or do you hear it, I mean in a serious manner, not just to keep the cameras out of their face or to keep the critics off their back? Have you heard anyone? Let me help you. The answer is no. The answer is no. And if any of the champions willing to step up, show me. Show me. It's levels to this game, homie. You're a studier of this sport. You know. There's levels to this game. And Shakur Stevenson ain't at that level yet. We just looked at Yard and Kovalev. Yard just came out here looking like the strongest man in the world. He looked like the young, fresher fighter, motivated all the hell, undefeated, 18 fights, 17 knockouts. It was beautiful until he met someone at a higher level. And the man got knocked out by a jab. You see what I'm saying? It's levels, homie. You know that. You know that. You know what I'm saying? All day. Yo, hit that like button for the homie, man, for the fam, man. It's Wednesday night. We putting in work tonight. You know what I mean? Hit the thumbs up for the fam, man, all day. Man, if you just seeing me for the first time and it's your first time creeping on, subscribe, man. Hit that notification, man. We do this all the time. You know what I'm saying? P. Newell back in that super chat. Salute to the fam. No real fighters call out Russell Jr. at all. At all, famo. None. And this is the point I'm trying to make. We need to understand this as boxing fans. We always pick on Gary because if he doesn't fight that much. Oh, look who he's fighting. That's one side of the story. The other side is no one wants to fight him. No one is calling him out. No one is acting like they want to fight him. No one is calling out. No one is sending offers. Nobody ain't doing nothing. Nothing. But leaving it up to the imagination of the boxing fans so some people can come out and say stuff like that. Jalik says Russell should go after Farmer, DC versus Philly, all day. And I mentioned that earlier, homie. This is why I was talking earlier. Like, I want to see Gary fight, be without borders. Don't align yourself with no one. Don't lock yourself in nowhere. Fight whoever you can get. Tevin Farmer would be one. He's over on DAZN. If Tank don't want to fight him, fine. You go over there and fight him. Take his IBF. Do what you got to do. You know, I think, honestly, Russell, people, you know, he may be calling out Al Heyman and saying certain things about the PBC now, but I believe that Gary was loyal to them for a long time. I mean, he stayed put, and he stayed quiet for a long time. He at the point now where he's trying to get the hell out of boxing, so he need big fights for life after boxing. And it's only but right, you know what I mean? Boxing TJS says, it seems like the PBC isn't respecting the black dollar. Yeah, man, all day. I mean, look, man, it's like they not giving, like, when it comes to Gary, it's like he's an afterthought, man. That's how I be feeling. Like, it's like they don't even think about him, man. You know what I mean? One thing I got to give Gary, he's always in good spirits, though. I was shocked to hear him come out and speak against PBC, truth be told. I was really shocked to hear that. But that lets me know he's extremely frustrated because all of this time, he been cool, you know? Gary Russell. Oh, I missed that last one. I'll get it back. Oh, here it is. Gary Russell, Bivol, 175, Callum Smith, 168. Their names don't get no passes. Gary Russell, Bivol, Callum Smith, their names don't get no passes. You saying because they not fighting nobody? And see, this is another thing. I always prop up Bivol. I want to see Kovalev fight Bivol like yesterday. I want to see Bivol fight any of the champions at that weight class, like yesterday. Whether it's Beterbiev, Vosdik, any of them. Because I think Bivol beats them all. I've been saying that. Bro, I can't. A fighter that's being ducked, a ducked fighter, bro, you can't place it at the foot of a ducked fighter. This is the reason why, even with Earl. Like, I never really faulted him. You know what I mean? I always give him crap. I just to mess with Monty and him about Terrence Crawford, and I'm always going to take up for my main man, Keith. But at the end of the day, you know, the man was a duck fighter. You cannot jump on the back of ducked fighters. They doing what they need to do to try to get the fights. The suits ain't making it work. And the other man don't want to fight. It's hard, man. Black dollar is a great dollar. It's the best dollar all day. You know what I'm saying? Oz doing the facts all day. You know what I'm saying? This is what I'm saying. Orlando Finney, my brother. What's up, famo? What's goody with you? What's good, main man? What's good with you? Oh, man, I'm cooling, man. Cooling, man. You know, holding my main man, Gary Russell Jr. down, fam. You know what it is, man. And I just want everybody to know, man, that there's two sides to the Gary Russell Jr. argument. Us here in the DMV area, here in DC, man, we love Gary Russell Jr. We respect the whole Russell family, from Pops all the way down to the youngest brother. You know what I mean? That is a very talented family. They clean cut. You don't hear no bad stories about them. You're not going to read in the paper about somebody that got shot or smacked up the girlfriend or beat up the baby mama. You ain't going to see none of that stuff about these Russells. They disciplined. They're focused. And they getting the short end of the stick when it comes to making big fights. Nah. That's it, man. We ain't going for it no more. We ain't going for it at all. So let me see how long we've been going. We've been going for a nice little while. Look like we've been going for an hour and 16 minutes, fight fans. So I'm going to leave it right here. You know what I mean? I think that's a good, nice segment for tonight. Man, just a quick recap. Vasyl Lomachenko says he is the #1 pound-for-pound fighter in the world. I disagree. I think he has work to do, and there are other fighters has already accomplished more than he's accomplished, and he's en route to do what they have already done. And they have done better things in the sport, and they're still active. So I have to disagree with them. I got to say that Tank Davis and Tevin Farmer, if Tank Davis was to honestly consider, Eddie, if Eddie's talking about throwing you bags and loads of cash, he is literally out today on social media telling him to place a number. I don't care what the number is. Just put a number on your Twitter. Just put a number, 7, 8, 6, whatever you think you deserve. Put that number. And they trying to get you that money for a one-fight deal. Look at Ramirez. Ramirez went over to DAZN, one fight, took the title, now he's back over on ESPN. Tank can do that, but the only difference is he can get a bag in the process. So if he decides to do it, I ain't mad at him. Unless the PBC can match it. But I ain't mad at him. I ain't mad at him at all. And last but not least, Gary Russell Jr., the most ducked fighter that we've seen in so long. Salute to Vasyl Lomachenko, because he took the fight with no hesitation. Salute to Johnny Gonzalez. He took the fight with no hesitation. And salute to Jojo Diaz. He took the fight with no hesitation. The rest of these champions, the rest of these so-called superstars, duck bait. Leo Santa to lose, duck bait. Tank, duck bait. Abner Martez, duck bait. Carl Frampton, duck bait. All of y'all, duck bait. Josh Warrington, duck bait. All of y'all, duck bait. Don't want nothing to do with Gary Russell Jr. And we're going to let that be known for every chance we get. P. Newell says, wow, put a number and give you the bag. That's like Santa Claus or some shit. You know what I mean? Like, it's like Eddie is literally out here saying, Tank, put a number up. I'm telling you, man, Tank better get on the phone with Leonard and say, Leonard, look, I know what y'all trying to do. You trying to put me out on pay-per-view, and I know this is an app, and y'all don't want me fighting on this app. I get it. But with the numbers that he's talking, and I can get a world title, tell me what. If Tank is smart, he will call Leonard and Floyd and say, tell me what's the downside. I need to know before we just close the door on this shit. Tell me what the downside is before I can say no to this. Because when he talking, world title against an opponent that I can pretty much is very beatable for Tank. World title, big bag of money, and it's a one-fight deal, and I can come on back home. Where's the downside? Riddle me that. Appreciate everybody out there for rocking with me. Much love to each and every one of y'all, man. Y'all have a blessed week out there, man. You stay stressed and sucker free. I appreciate every single one of y'all for rocking with the homie tonight. P. Newell, much love to you, famo. I got you, fam. I got you, man. I will be keeping you in mind, man. I got to get you a gift, man, because you really held me down tonight. Salute to you, famo. Salute to you, man. Salute to everybody that showed up tonight, man. Jalik the Leader, Sean Newton, all day. Oz Luna, all day. P. Newell, all day. Breeze Boxing, everybody, man. My brother, Orlando Finney, 92 AKU. Monty Brown, all day. Go subscribe to my brother. Go subscribe to Jalik the Leader. Go subscribe to Unbiased and Biased Boxing Talk. Them dudes, man, they do their homework. You know what I'm saying? Breeze Boxing. Who else? I gave everybody a shout out there. Everybody that rocked with me tonight. Salute to y'all, man. If you didn't hit the thumbs up on the way in, hit it on the way out, man. And I'm going to say y'all like this. Oh, and my homie, Renee Box Young. Salute to you, too. So I'm going to tell y'all like this. You got to go to work tomorrow. You got to go to work tomorrow, right? And, you know, from what I understand, it may be raining in a lot of parts of the country tomorrow. So if you get there late, you tell the boss that you got there late because it was raining. And you was not going to be speeding in the rain because your life comes first. And guess what? You make that place move. You keep the lights on there. And without you, the place doesn't move. So you tell that boss, I'm here when I get here. You know what I'm saying? And guess what? I'm leaving early also. That's what you tell them. You know what I'm saying? All day. Salute to each and every one of y'all. Much love, and I catch y'all on the next We Talking Boxing. Will be coming up Sunday night. The fights that's scheduled for this weekend: Povetkin, Huey Fury. Yeah, man. Of course, Lomachenko and Luke Campbell. You know, we're going to also dig more into those fights maybe as we get close, maybe some post-fight video. But Lomachenko is on his way to undisputed. That's a big fucking deal. Then we can have this time. Now we can have a real conversation about pound for pound once he becomes undisputed. If he becomes undisputed, because Teofimo Lopez and Richard Comey got something different to say about that. And I'm going to leave it right there. To the next video, don't forget to subscribe. Made Man 511. Facebook, Main Man, Made Man Boxing Forum. Instagram, Main Man, Made Man. Salute to everybody in Main Man, Made Man's Boxing Forum. Denise Wards, Orlando Finney, all of y'all over there. Salute to y'all. That's my fam right there all day. Monty all day. You know what I'm saying? You know what it is. All day. So y'all have a blessed night, and I'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace out.